have been filming this program, I know I have been watched. 2 hours outside London is an old nuclear bunker, now used as a highly secure facility where companies protect and store private data. It is here that I was about to find out just how secure the technologies that track us really are. The first thing I saw as I entered the bunker was a monitor playing CCTV footage of me walking down a street in London. And deeper inside the complex, loudspeakers started playing a recording of my voice. But the man who started the company based here has promised to explain everything. Adam Laurie is a security consultant who exposes weaknesses in high-tech systems. And while I have been investigating technology, it seems technology has been investigating me.
Yeah, so you probably recognise the voice with Heather Brooke.
He had somehow managed to make Heather's mobile bug one of our meetings.
So we were bugged.
So basically, yeah, the phone not only bugged you, it was also a tracking device to find out where you were in the first place.
Without me knowing, Adam had signed Heather up with a perfectly legal company which offers to pinpoint the location of any phone registered with it. He then used a Bluetooth communication facility on her phone to listen to our meeting.
So I was able to bring up a map showing where that phone was, drive to the general area, scan the area for the Bluetooth. Once I found it, I then, I had a visual on you guys, so I saw you sitting there. I was in a cafe round the corner, yes. Initiated the connection, told the phone to ring me, and then recorded the conversation.
Nice.
When this charge is not in operation?
These...
And how did you acquire these?
Adam had also accessed CCTV cameras that were filming me on the streets of Soho. They transmit on a wavelength that is surprisingly easy to intercept, and so allow the images to be captured.
You were going to be going to this meeting in Soho, so I scouted the area beforehand with a simple handheld scanner and was able to record images from cameras pointing out on the street and capture you on your way to the meeting. Now, I mean, that's relatively harmless, they're just street cameras, but the same technology is used inside buildings for security. And actually, they're making the place less secure because they're broadcasting it to the world. So.
I normally work at home and now have a wireless internet system. But apparently, this can make my personal emails and internet searches available to whoever wants to see them.
Okay, so what's this here you've got here?
Okay, well, you should be able to recognise that. That's an email from you. Basically, I came to your house, sat outside, scanned the street for Wi-Fi networks, found your network, and then intercepted you sending that mail.
Right. So anyone could do that?
Anyone could have done it, absolutely.
So you can use my phone to record conversations and track me. Yep. Use other people's cameras to take pictures of me.
Yep.
Snitch my email by sitting outside in the van with a bit of equipment. Yep. What else can you do?
One other thing I heard that you've actually had a chip implanted in your arm.
I have.
See if I can read it. Do you know where it is?
Yes,
exactly?
I know. It's here.
Okay. So that should be your ID number.
Yes, I remember the last 4 digits.
So that can be read with an off-the-shelf commercial scanner. Now I've done that and I know your number. I have some blank chips which I bought over the internet. So is that what your chip looks like?
That's exactly what it looks like.
Right, so there's no reason I can't now program that number into that chip.
Right. So
have that implanted in my arm, and then I'm you.
Then you're me.
Yeah.
Even the chip in my arm, promoted as a secure means of determining identity, could be cloned. But Adam's most staggering revelation concerned a piece of technology that almost each and every one of us will soon be carrying.
I know you've been looking at the new passports and ID cards and so on, and that's a concern for me as well. I mean, here's a new passport, and this has a chip in it.
That's the chip, is it?
That's the actual chip that will have your data stored on it.
Yeah.
And my concern is, you know, the privacy of that data. So I was curious what was actually stored on there. So I've written some software that will actually try and read it.
Can you do that?
So yeah, what I'm going to do now is read this one. This is my son's passport.
And after just a few seconds, all the personal details stored on the passport came up on the screen. Adam had cracked the new RFID passport, introduced for its supposed security. And this, remember, is the technology that will be used in the ID card.
Okay, so this is the data that's stored in the passport. So we've got his name, full name, date of birth, nationality, and so on.
So can anyone pick up this passport and read it from a scanner, or do they need something else?
It's slightly more complex than that. You actually need a key. You need a cryptographic key to be able to read it, but the key is derived from information that's fairly easy to get hold of.
Yeah.
So it's basically passport number, date of birth, and expiry date of the passport.
And they're all jumbled up together, are they?
They're jumbled up in a particular way, which is a published algorithm. So, you know, I downloaded from the internet exactly how I jumble them up. So, you know, once you have that information, you can log into the passport and you can read it.
It's unbelievable.
We asked the Home Office to respond to our findings. They said, the chip is one part of the security features used in the e-passport, but being able to copy this does not mean that the passport can be forged or imitated for illegal or unauthorized use. But the fact that we have been able to read secure data from the passport without opening it is still of enormous concern. These passports have only been out a few months, and my fear is that one day someone will be able to clone them. As it is, I don't feel they are keeping my personal information safe. And it's not just passports that have RFID. The new ID cards being introduced in 2009 will also have a similar chip.
If you have very much the same technology on this as you've got in your passport, any old fool, or anyone with a bit of know-how...
Well, once the tools are out there, anyone who... You know, I had to write my own because the software isn't generally available, but, you know, once the things are in circulation, it's all public domain stuff.
The irony of all this is that criminals and terrorists, the very people these technologies are supposed to stop, will find and exploit weaknesses in the system. Terrorists won't be carrying their ID cards, they'll be carrying yours.